this day you gave us, for all the blessings we have through you. Father, we just pray that you'll be with the commission tonight as they make decisions that be best for Henry County. We just thank you for this opportunity to serve our county, and we thank you for the men and women that serve in our country, that they'll be kept safe and their families will be kept safe. We just give you thanks for everything that we have through you and ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
This is a regular meeting of the Henry County Board of County Commissioners being held on Tuesday, September 24th, 2019 at 5 p.m. in the County Commission Chambers in LaBelle, Florida. In attendance are Chairman Mitchell Wills, Vice Chair Emma Byrd, Commissioner Darrell Harris, Commissioner Michael Swindle, Commissioner Carson Turner, County Administrator, she's not here, County Attorney Mark Lapp, and Clerk Barbara Butler.
Thank you, Ms. Butler. Yes, ma'am, the county administrator had a family emergency she's taking care of, so if anyone was wondering about that, that's where she's at. First thing tonight is under bids, RFP 2019-21.
Move to accept.
I'll second the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Harris, second by Commissioner Swindle. Is there any discussion on this?
Really quick, Ms. Papelon said with a 20,000 local match?
Yes,
Is that, we have to provide that, or?
yes, we did identify a source for that.
Okay, it's in budget, we're not gonna have to,
Nope.
okay, all right,
Very happy with this group.
perfect, okay, thank you.
Thank
That's all I needed.
Any further discussion on the board? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 2 there is RFP 2019-22.
Move to accept.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Harris, second by Commissioner Byrd. Is there any further discussion on the board with that? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Good luck, sir. Number 3 is RFP 20-19-26.
We'll make a motion to approve. I believe the rankings were set as 1 and 2 on both sides, and the firms were in there.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Turner, second by Commissioner Harris. Any further discussion on that?
No, sir.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, Shane.
Brings us to the consent agenda, which we had a couple adds that we had to add into that.
Right, just for the record, to be clear on the additions under consent, and I don't know that the last one you got has these on it, but you got via email these
Right.
two. Under B, County Administration, there was a new number 2, Henry County Sheriff's Office request for supplemental budget amendments, or excuse me, adjustments.
Yeah, we got it.
Right, but that's not on the printed
on the
agenda.
agenda. Oh, okay.
That's not on the
Yes,
printed
sir.
agenda. And then, under D, Engineering, item 5, approval of annual certified budget for mosquito control. The paperwork was in your packet. It was not on the agenda. Just to be clear that when you approve consent, we're asking that all that be approved.
Also, we had one more add there. Mr. Lapp was the road and bridge under consent, was for that, was that under consent?
Well, we moved that to staff because that was
Remember it was a
brand
walk-on?
new. That was brand new. I mean, that was a totally new item. It wasn't like
So
omitted.
you want to cover that under
So,
walk-ons
under
then,
staff
later?
reports, yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, we got a motion on the consent.
Second.
Move to accept this consent.
We got a motion by Commissioner Harris, second by Commissioner Turner. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. It's going to bring us to awards and appearances. Ms. Sands.
Good evening, Lisa Sands, Henry Glades Manager for United Way. I'm just simply here tonight to say thank you. Hendry County employees contribute through payroll deductions to our United Way campaign. And last year's campaign, they contributed $3,269 through their payroll deductions. So I have a plaque that says, "Thank you for making our community a better place for all of us." This award is presented to the employees of Hendry County 2018-2019 United Way campaign. So if you don't mind, I'd like to present it, and if any employees want to come up and take a picture.
Absolutely. You have some employees there. If we can just get, come on, Tommy.
Tommy Bond.
Come on, there's some more of you. Come on.
Meyer.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tell me your goals, you said?
Yeah, right.
$44.
All right.
That kind of get in the middle there, you go.
Baptist getting it back, I don't know what they are.
You know, this is all part of that other duties as assigned thing.
They all got on one side, didn't they?
All right, let me try it one more time. Okay, we're good.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Sands?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Good
you
to
very
see you.
much.
Thank you. I'll just tell you real quick, since I have the floor. We have been working for almost 2 years now for disaster recovery for Hurricane Irma. We are getting ready to complete the American Red Cross grant that we received for Hendry and Glades counties, and we'll be coming back to you soon, probably in another month or so, with a report on the work that we've been doing in the community. So be looking forward to that.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Sands, may I also say, I think it was last meeting where they gave us, or maybe it was 2 meetings ago now, y'all had basically a one-page resource that y'all developed and
For
sent out.
mental health, yes.
That was unbelievable.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
No problem.
And I think
That was
that's
in
gonna-
partnership with the health department. So.
Right, and I know everyone worked diligently on it, and has been for quite a while, and I really love that. I think
Good.
that being able to have a one-stop or a one piece of paper to get everything
We're
you
working on the
need,
one stop next.
that'd be great. That'd be
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's going to bring us to the public hearings. First public hearing tonight is RZ 19-0002.
I move to accept.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Harris, second by Commissioner Turner. This is a hearing of the public. So is there anyone in the public who would like to address this tonight? Is there any discussion on the board?
Whose district is this in?
Mine,
Okay.
right around from my house.
Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Petition B, CPA 19-002. Left a zero out, sorry.
I'll make a motion to amend the concurrency management element in the appendix map series as presented.
We got a motion by Commissioner Turner, second by Commissioner Byrd. This is also a hearing of the public. Is there anyone in the public who would like to address this? Any further discussion on the board? Seeing none, all's in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Petition number CPA 19-0003.
Mr. Chair, is this yours again, Commissioner Harris?
No, sir, this is mine.
Okay. Commissioner Harris, would you like to make a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second the motion to implement the comprehensive plan text amendment to allow RV use on subject property plus minus 427 acres. And I'll just also throw a little commercial in there that I'm excited to see Mr. Brian Paul's name associated with something, because of 99% of the time when we see that, we know we're getting a quality product at the end of the day. So that's good to see.
Yes, sir. We got a motion by Commissioner Harris, second by Commissioner Turner. Is anyone in the public would like to address this? Any further discussion on the board?
I'll tell you about the 1% bad times later. So.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Petition D, PL 19-0001.
I move to accept.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Harris, second by Commissioner Byrd. This is also a hearing of the public. Is there anyone here who would like to address this tonight? Any further discussion on the board?
Mr. Chair, have we had any aggressive people come out of the woodwork? I've heard nothing towards this.
That's in my district, those
good.
phone calls.
Great. I'm glad to.
It's a good project.
Yeah, glad
I'm
to see
anxious to
this
see how it
come
works. I'd love to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did too. It was, the plans were kind of unique and
yeah.
interesting.
Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Was that the last one for that? They don't have to go for another, right? That's adopted. That's good to go.
That was,
Yeah.
That's the final plan.
okay, nothing under action under correspondence. Correspondence FYI, you all see that. Staff reports. Mr. Lapp?
That's, first one's Mr. Parker with the North LaBelle MSBU.
I make a motion to accept the donation from the Stanley C. Wegscheid estate.
Second,
Motion by Commissioner Turner, second by Commissioner Harris.
discussion.
Yes, sir.
Can we send him a letter for the donation of the land? Do y'all do that?
Saying thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think whoever district this is in, we should word it
Yes,
from
fine.
county letterhead, and then you should sign it along with the chair.
You got that, Shane?
Yes, sir.
In selling this property, Mr. Chair, if you don't mind, in selling this property or the donation of this property in this case, there's no fees, right? They won't, onto the seller. There won't be anything to
And there's
them.
no fees to the seller,
Okay,
but there's
good,
back
good.
taxes owed, and kind of
Okay,
washes out.
right. But just want to make sure that they're going to donate it and have to wind up doing recording fees or anything like that to help us.
We're gonna make a ditch wider.
Right, that's good. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Chairman, I have one other item for
Yes,
you.
you do. Thank you. Go ahead.
Road and Bridge Department, purchase of 2020 F-350 cab 4x4 chassis.
I'll make a
moved.
motion to approve the agreement that was given to us to, I don't know who the company was, but it's someone out of Duval County to replace the 2000 Ford F-350 with a 2020 F-350 in the amount of $35,576 from Coggin Ford.
I'll second the motion.
Motion by Commissioner Turner, second by Commissioner Swindle. Any further discussion on this?
Yeah, I just want to say that, being someone that represents the private sector on a daily basis, our company routinely goes 10, 15 years on a truck as well. But I just want to commend Shane Parker publicly. I know that you all are very aware that when we went through the economic doldrums, there were years where you never even contemplated coming and asking us for anything. And I appreciate you holding the rope with us on that and understanding what we all have to operate within our means that were necessary at the time. And it's also good to see you now that you're clearly building a budget to replace the dilapidated old and using I think a best practice with regards to we're going to look at how much labor costs are and if it makes sense, and then we're going to apply that. So I think you're operating it like it's your money. Thank you very much for
Thank
doing
you.
that, Shane.
$2,000.
Along with not spending $9,000 on making a repair on a truck that had $121,000, which is
Good thinking.
kind of tough with the diesel. $121,000. You're going to get $250,000 easy out of them.
Still trying to find an F-350 for $35,000.
Trying to tell you.
It's a very good price, about half.
I don't
I don't
think
think we
so.
voted on it yet, so is, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Mr. Lapp.
All right, next item is the purchase and sale agreement with Airglades LLC. First item to notice, that's a new name. The entity is changing, the buyer entity is changing, as explained in the report and in the letter that AIA sent to us. That's included in the materials. So that's the main change since the last time this was in front of you, back in August. But we also now are getting an easement over the Hilliard land, which will be bought by Airglades. We have to change our wording here. Bought by Airglades, and that's going to be added in part of the airport. We're going to get an easement over that if we need to go on the airport to operate it if there's a failure by the private operator. And then there were some other minor changes, but those were the two big ones. So we're asking that you authorize, well, I'm not going to repeat it because the option one in the report is.
So, Mr. Chair, I'd make a motion to authorize the option agreement to the LLC and the other items that were attached, a letter approving the terms and conditions expressed in the attached sale agreement, subject to FAA and FDOT approval. And let's move forward with this thing. I don't think Mark or anyone has misstated. I think that this is clearly an evolution of this deal. The fact that we're having to look at this again and change the name of Associated is something that's going on. So I'm excited about this.
Yeah. I'll second the motion with discussion.
Got a
Mr.
motion
Chairman.
by Commissioner Turner, second by Commissioner Swindle. Yes, sir.
I need to state clearly that I'm going to be abstaining from voting just in case there is any conflict of interest today or in the future on this item. But nonetheless, I do want to make clear my stance on it, that I'm unbelievably proud of our county, of where we have evolved and where we have arrived today with this project. Being that the first ever of its kind in the nation, evolving right here in front of our noses and unraveling. And it's very exciting to see. It's exciting to see for our constituents. It's exciting to see for the business, the growth, the footprint that it's going to bring to Hendry County. I think our county and our staff has done great work, and I'm very proud of what that has come to where we are today. I'm proud that the companies that are involved have chosen Hendry County, and so I'm excited to continue the work. I know for sure that we're working diligently on the training side and working with them almost weekly now to make sure that we are preparing for that and working with them to kind of rub the crystal ball to see what's coming so we can be prepared on all fronts. So couldn't be happier and can't wait to see it happen.
Been a 10-year deal.
At least,
Into
at
what?
least, yeah.
Okay. Any further discussion?
Just to be clear on the abstention, we need to state the basis, and it's based upon ownership in nearby lands.
Right.
So that's the
Yes, sir.
the
Okay.
nature of the interest.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Note the abstention.
And one abstention.
Okay. Is there anyone in the public would like to address the board tonight? Business by district, Commissioner Swindle,
I'm good, thank you.
Mr. Byrd,
I'm good.
Mr. Turner.
I have 31 things that I'd love to talk about, but because I intend to try to make it to Lake City tonight, I'll just ask for an update on one, 1224 County Road 78. Ms. Jennifer Lynn Rodriguez. Mark, any update on that?
Deposition, taking her deposition Monday.
This Monday coming up? Okay.
Can somebody tell me what this is? Tracy? Back of the agenda?
I think that's
Wait,
something that we revisited a few years back.
2013?
Recycling
Parts
paper.
of public speaking.
Nobody knows anything about it?
Saving trees.
Nobody knows anything about it? Somebody had to clip it on there.
Mr. Chair, do we have an update on the special magistrate process?
I believe we can ask that question. I'm not sure exactly where we are. I know I just signed a stack of mowing liens, so. And I know we got quite a few, didn't we have some going to, I believe I talked with you the other day, Ms. Roden, there was quite a few going to,
Yes, Commissioners, we are working on the contract with the special magistrate. We expect to bring the contract to you at your October 10th, or the 8th, I keep saying 10th, I'm sorry, October 8th meeting. And we are going to be working on the transition from there, from the courts to the special magistrate. However, whatever cases have already been heard by the court and are continuing will stay with the courts. Just so you know, we'll have dual processes for a period of time. Code enforcement is, let me back up. So we're working on also the revisions to the various forms and paperwork that are involved with the special magistrate process. And so we should be able to present to the magistrate sometime in late October, and if not early November. We haven't set a reoccurring date because we want to start with that. In addition to that, we are sending, Mark prepared a interlocal agreement for the city of LaBelle. And so some of the scheduling and such will need to be worked out if they actually enter into that interlocal agreement. So there's just some little minor details that I call details that we're working through and we'll have to after you approve the contract.
We only had one, right?
Yes, we had one that submitted, but we're comfortable with the person's qualifications as well as the proposal that he provided, considering it's all-inclusive for his time before and after the hearings.
Mr. Chair, is it the intention of this board, when we get the special magistrate process implemented, to stop the county expending resources to clean up a lot and doing that and taking more of the daily fine approach and having?
yes, right, the way I understand it, that's exactly where we're headed. Unless I've understood incorrectly, but I thought that's where we're going.
That'll give Mark more work to do.
How does that get more work to do?
He's gonna have to.
Actually, it'll be on the special magistrate and his staff, so.
But you're saying things that's already been presented to the court, you're gonna let it continue?
They have to
Yeah.
finish that case.
Just the ones that started there
It
now.
started, yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
Right. So, yes, the direction that we were given, staff was given, was that with the special magistrate cases, we will be taking the mowings and the demolitions through the same process as the junk and debris and so on.
Yeah.
So it's all the same playing field, basically, for all the cases, which, as you know, that at some point in time, if it becomes a health, safety, and welfare issue, the special magistrate could direct staff, the county, to to take care of the property, and it in the way that we can legally take care of a property. Because if it's occupied, that creates that issue of not being able to get on the property without permission.
Do we have any kind of timetable, like when he sits down to hear a case, how long will it take to get through the steps? You know, is it a month or 6 weeks, or we don't know?
I can't answer that with certainty right now, but it's going to be quicker.
Okay.
But we will, I will have some type of a schedule timeframe for you if probably closer to, we only have one meeting in November. But anyway, in the next few meetings, I will have something after we've met with them and we lay everything out, in addition to whether the city of LaBelle joins in the interlocal agreement. All of that will bring together, and we'll have something that you can have as a reference on how the process will work and so on.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
In reference to the, Wanda Reyna from Code Enforcement. In reference to the court, we had approximately about 40 cases going before the judge on Thursday, the 26th. Some of them have come into compliance, so maybe about 32. Some of them we've removed, but the ones that we have removed was due to compliance and paying the fines. Right now, we've got probably about 65% of the worst. These are the ones that are going back to court that are running currently on daily fines. In fact, Mark Lapp is going to be attending the hearing as well to assist. But we have several daily fines, and they're pretty out there. They haven't complied within the 30, 45, or 60 days that the judge ordered. And the fines run between $25 a day to $100 a day. And they're in all your districts. So if you want a brief summary, I can go ahead and
Would
provide
love to
that
have
for
a
you.
brief summary how that turned out.
Absolutely.
Is
Anything
he
else?
going to hear all 40 of them?
Well, actually, it's less. It's about probably between 32 to 36
He's going to
cases.
hear all of them?
Yes, sir.
How often do you go back and check on these?
Well, when they're on daily fines, we have to go back pretty much on a daily basis, but because of staff shortage, we go back once a week. And on the ones that are the worst of the worst, they haven't changed.
That's what I mean, they just leave it. the
Yeah,
way
they
it
just
is.
leave it, and they've gotten either worse or they just haven't
Right.
moved forward. The ones that are on daily fines, they contact the office immediately once they come into compliance, and we go out and we re-inspect. And then even though the case may be in compliance, the property's in compliance, but the fines are still running. So they have to either pay the citation, or we take them back to court and let the judge decide if he's going to go ahead and, be more gentler on the fines. But so far, we've gotten, this is our first time going with this is our first time going a second round with daily fines running. So we'll see how.
Hold up. No. We've stated multiple times in this chamber that we've had daily fine for years. We've said that.
Never used them, though, did
Yeah,
I have never said for years.
we have.
Oh,
Multiple times,
okay.
everybody has.
I'm not privy to those. I only know from what I've taken care of.
Okay.
they?
Yes.
Just never been forced.
We've had them
I'll go
available,
back
not
and
used.
review.
Been available, never used is what I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the daily fines are running, and the judge is taking very seriously, especially on our worst of worst cases, because we do indicate on the court cases that these properties have been in noncompliance for whether it's 6 months to 5 years, 11 years, whatever it is. So he's being very stern on those. So,
We're acknowledging that we've had properties that have been in noncompliance for 11 years, 6
Yes,
years,
sir.
5 years.
Lord,
yep,
let's don't do that no more.
But our process is working.
it's working now.
It is.
So
Okay.
far it is.
Fine.
And I will have that report for the board.
Good.
Anything else?
It's not working now, so,
I see it
Okay.
turning, I'm just kind of giving it a moment to see.
yeah.
That's fine. I hear
Thank you,
you.
ma'am, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just want to briefly, want to get you guys out of here. Thursday, we have Representative Donalds and Senator Pasadomo in Clewiston. We'll be speaking with them about our legislative ask, and then Friday morning, we have Senator Rubio here in town.
Mr. Chair, the legislative, I haven't gotten a white paper or anything with regards to what our legislative priorities are in its entirety. Commissioner Swindle, have you talked to Glades County specific to find out if their Glades County Training Center is anywhere on their priority list
Yeah, so
and/or their school board?
it is, I don't believe it is. I believe they are still waiting it is still in the mix of possible the DEO Jobs Growth Grant piece from the state, whether or not it's going to be. So I don't believe, as far as I know, that it's on a priority list with regards to a legislative appropriation ask.
Yeah, our 1 and
Now, I
2s.
could
is,
be wrong.
Our 1
I
and 2s is
don't, then I
hardening
don't want to put it
buildings.
on ours.
No, it's not.
It's way out of time for us to be doing that if they don't have it on theirs.
Right. Our 1 and 2s is opposed, the hardening of the buildings, 2 is the force mains, and the city of Clueston is on board with that.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what that's what 1 and 2 are right now.
If I'm incorrect, and I will check, is like walking out of here, we want to make that at least on the list?
Well, we
Support
I
that,
need to
right?
know about it to support it, absolutely.
Okay, is
But
that, are
right
we
now,
all
the only
okay
2
with
we
that,
have
in case
is 1
I'm
and 2.
overlooking that? Okay,
So yes, sir, if we can get that, I don't see them till Thursday.
okay.
And then,
So we got
again,
tonight.
Senator Rubio is gonna be here Friday, so we're gonna get an opportunity to get in his ear too, so.
I'll communicate back through someone to let you know, because I don't want to get in any crossways of that.
Yes, sir. That's really all I have, though. Anybody have anything else?
Yes, sir, y'all drive careful.
Y'all be safe on your trip.
Mahalo.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Dates? It's this Thursday and this Friday. You gonna be going? I did get the white papers, though.
So that's this. This is the agreeing to the latest version of the purchase and sale. This is the Star America Everglades LLC.